Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to our online class. Today is 25th January 2021, Monday, with the poem My Shadow, class 6, which is a poem we are studying today. My Shadow. Shadow means our reflection. Start the poem Poetry. My shadow. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me, and what can be the use of him is more than I can see. He is very, very like me from the heels up to the head, and I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow. Not at all like proper children, which is always very slow. For he sometimes shoots up taller like an India rubber ball, and he sometimes gets so little that there's none of him at all. It is a poem. You should read it like that. Ball, tall, rhyming words, grow, slow. The last, see of the poem, last sentences, last line. It is about our shadow. When we stand, it looks at the afternoon time sunlight. When it falls, we see our shadow on the wall, on the ground, isn't it? It's sometimes big like India rubber ball. Sometimes it is small. One morning, very early, before the sun was up, I rose and found the shining dew on every buttercup. But my lazy little shadow, like an errant sleepy head, had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed. This is a beautiful poem about how our shadow reflects in the morning, in the evening, night, isn't it? In summer, winter, by Robert Louis Stevenson. See the shadow when you're standing near your bed, it sleeps before you, it comes before you. Now, what are the meanings? We'll see. Glossary means the hard words, the meanings of in the poem. India rubber ball, a ball that can bounce very high, which can come back loudly, very high. What is buttercup, children? A small, bright yellow wild flowers. The name of the flower it is. Errant, complete. Sleepy head, a child who is tired and feels sleepy. Next, we'll start the lesson A Gulliver's Travel. When a person tells the story of his life in his own words, it is called an autobiography. Got it? When Gandhiji, Nehruji, great people, they tell their own story. We did like this in this year. We did like this. It is autobiography. We have, isn't it? We should be in the habit of reading books, improving our knowledge, improving our reading skills. If we read story books and all, we know about their autobiography, what all they did in their life in their own words. So we have to learn about Gulliver. We should keep reading. We'll have the habit of inculcating first. I don't know, first to fifth or seventh children have. Do you all have library period? We take you all to the books, libraries, comics, and all. You read magazines. You'll get a habit of reading books. So at home also, in the mobile also, you'll get reading apps, writing apps. Do it. Don't waste your time. Improve your skills. Gulliver, a sailor, was once caught in the land of giants. This is how he describes his experience. Now Gulliver is telling his story, what all happened. Okay, Gulliver's travel. On 16th June 1730 we discovered a land. We found out there is a land. Our captain sent a dozen men with vessels for water. If any could be found, when we came to land, we saw no river or spring, nor any inhabitants. Near this vessel, our captain sent a dozen men with vessels for water. There was no water at all. In a area, in a land, a small land. The country was barren and rocky. Understood? There was no water, there's no softness, grass, trees, and all. I turned back to join the crew, only to see them getting into the boat and roaring for life to get to the ship. Before I could reach them, I observed a huge creature walking after them in the sea as fast as he could. The water of the ocean reached only up to his knees. However, the monster was unable to overtake the speeding boat. Got it? He was going in the boat. He saw something is coming at the back of him, very big. He went into the boat. I turned back quickly and climbed up a steep, steep hill with fields of barley on either side and the corn rising up to 40 feet. Corn's island was there. Corn's there was a fence to pass from one field to another. Got it? It was impossible for me to climb because every step was 6 feet high. It was very big valley hill. I was trying to find a gap in the hedge when I discovered one of the inhabitants in the next field walking towards the fence. He was one of he was of the same size as the creature chasing the boat. I was struck with utmost fear and astonishment and ran to hid myself. He called in a voice much louder. He heard a voice than a trumpet. It sounded like a thunder, loud voice. What was it? 7 monsters like him came towards the field ready to reap the corn. They are coming for reap the corn. The farmers are coming. The farm, like the yield is ready. They have to take corn from the field. Grass, like agriculture is ready. Corn are ready for them. They carried a reaping hook which was very big. When one of the reapers approached where I lay hidden, I screamed as loud as I could, so he got afraid of that. Reaping picked me up between his thumbs. Got it? Someone was coming to take out that corn from the field and all. And he was a huge man. He got scared of him. And 4 fingers and brought me close to his eyes, 6 feet above the ground. It was a very huge big man. He looked at me with curiosity and blew my hair aside to get a better view of my face. He blew him, he saw him, he took him in his hand. See the picture, all of you, you'll understand. He called his friends and gently placed me on the ground. They all sat on the ground. Got it? Now this man was worried. Who is this? Why did Gulliver come here? He kept him on the ground. He called his friends. I walked slowly backward and forward, pulled off my hat, and made a low bow towards the farmer. I tried to speak to them loudly in several languages. Each time I did so, the farmer who picked me up held his ear very close to me, but in vain. He was trying to tell something, communicate something, but this was huge man farmer was not understanding his words. In all languages, Gulliver started talking to him. But still it was not uncommunicable. He didn't knew that languages or he was not able to understand his words. The farmer took me to his house and placed me at some distance on the dining table, which was 30 feet high from the ground. Got it? Dinner was brought for the farmer in a dish which was 10 feet in diameter, such a big. The farmer's wife crumbled some bread and placed it before me. He was also offered food. Bread was given to him to eat. In the middle of the dinner, I heard a noise behind me. It was purring of a cat was also there. That was 10 times larger than an ox. Some big, huge animals. The farmer's wife was stroking him. Then entered the farmer's 1-year-old boy in the arms of a lady. He had a son also, 1 year old. On seeing me, the child grabbed me from the table and put my head into his mouth. He thought this is something to eat, small. I shouted so loudly that the baby dropped me. I heard a noise behind me. It was purring of cat that was 10 times larger than that of ox. The farmer's wife was stroking him. Then entered the farmer's. He had only one son. What age? Only 1 year old in the arms of a lady. On seeing me, the child grabbed me from the table and put my head into his mouth. He thought Gulliver is something to eat. He started putting in the mouth, but Gulliver shouted loudly So the baby left him. I would have broken my neck if the mother had not held her apron under me. Got it? He got caught by mother's apron, the white coat which the doctors wear. Later she put me on her own bed and covered me with clean white handkerchief. Clear? I slept dreaming of my house, my wife, and my children. Adopted from Swift's Gulliver Travels. This is a chapter from Gulliver's autobiography book. How he lived his life. This is only a small part of it which he has shown us in the lesson. Clear, children? Now let's see the glossary, the hard words, meanings. First one, inhabitant, a person who lived in a particular place. Monster, second one, a big, cruel, frightening person. Hedge, a row of closely planted low growing trees forming a boundary. Reaping hook, a curved blade with a short handle used to cover grass or crops. Scream, to cry loudly because of fear or excitement or anger. Apron, a piece of cloth that is worn to protect our homework, children. Write and learn the synonyms of hedge and scream. Second question, learn and write 8 lines of the poem My Shadow. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, children. See you tomorrow in English class.